Genesis chapter 11. At first, the people of the whole world had only one language and used the same words. As they wandered about in the east, they came to a plain in the country of Shinar, where they settled. They said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them in the fire." They used brick for stone and bitumen for mortar. They also said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top reaching heaven, so that we may become famous and not be scattered over the face of the earth." The Lord came down to see the city and the tower that those people were building. And the Lord said, "They are one people and they have one language. This is only the beginning of what they will do. If they carry this through, nothing they decide to do from now on will be impossible. Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so that they will no longer understand each other." So the Lord scattered them over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole earth, and from there the Lord scattered them over the whole face of the earth. These are Shem's descendants. When Shem was 100 years old, he became the father of Arpachshad, 2 years after the flood. After the birth of Arpachshad, Shem lived 500 years, and he had more sons and daughters. When Arpachshad was 35 years old, he became the father of Shelah. After the birth of Shelah, Arpachshad lived 403 years, and he had more sons and daughters. When Shelah was 30 years old, he became the father of Eber. After the birth of Eber, Shelah lived 403 years, and he had more sons and daughters. When Eber was 34 years old, he became the father of Peleg. After the birth of Peleg, Eber lived 430 years, and he had more sons and daughters. When Peleg was 30 years old, he became the father of Reu. After the birth of Reu, Peleg lived 209 years, and he had more sons and daughters. When Reu was 32 years old, he became the father of Serug. After the birth of Serug, Reu lived 207 years, and he had more sons and daughters. When Serug was 30 years old, he became the father of Nahor. After the birth of Nahor, Serug lived 200 years, and he had more sons and daughters. When Nahor was 29 years old, he became the father of Terah. After the birth of Terah, Nahor lived 119 years, and he had more sons and daughters. When Terah was 70 years old, he became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. These are the descendants of Terah. Terah became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Haran became the father of Lot. Haran died before his father Terah in his native land Ur of the Chaldeans. Abram and Nahor both married. Abram's wife was called Sarai. Nahor's wife was called Milcah, daughter of Haran, father of Milcah and Iscah. Sarai was barren. She had no child. Terah took his son Abram, his grandson Lot, son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, the wife of Abram, and made them leave Ur of the Chaldeans to go to the land of Canaan. But on arrival in Haran, they settled there. Terah lived 205 years. Then he died in Haran.